Michelle here in the Ginger's Kitchen. Today we are making some Irish bacon cabbage potato soup in honor of St. Patrick's Day. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my onions started so that can cook while we're talking. I'm going to put about tablespoon and a half of olive oil in my stock pot, and then I am going to add the onions and cook them until they're translucent. All right, so that's going. I've got some turkey stock here. It's about 2 cups. You can use chicken stock, vegetable stock, whatever floats your fancy. And then these are home canned stewed tomatoes. So you'll need a can of those if you're using store-bought or a pint jar if you do your own. No judgment either way. I've got 2 carrots, 2 potatoes, and I've got cabbage that I'm going to prepare. And then this is the star of the show right here. It's not my cabbage. This is it. This is rashers, Irish bacon. If you don't know what rashers is, I will have a link down below in the description of the video on how to make it yourself. It is Irish bacon. It is similar to Canadian bacon, except Canadian bacon is smoked and rashers is baked in the oven. So, and it is brined for a period of time. So what I want to do is prepare this. This is stuff I've made myself. I need about a ½ pound of it, give or take, because we're going to toss this in with the onions. Okay, so I'm going to do the whole thing. And I want to slice it up. So I want little bite-sized pieces to go in there. And I'm using my non-wood cutting boards. I always use non-wood for meats because I don't want the meats to absorb into the wood. So for usually cheeses and whatnot, I'll use these plastic, whatever they're called, neoprene, I forget. My brain function is diminishing as I get older, but I'm not telling you how old I am. All right, so I'm going to slice this up so then I can toss it in with the onions when the onions are about done. We'll cook them up to brown. That should be good. Bite-sized pieces. And it's fully cooked so you can taste it. So I'm going to give the onions a stir and then toss this in there, stir it up some more, and let this cook down a bit. Okay, while those are cooking, I can peel my carrots and my potatoes and get those ready to go. Did you know, and I learned this when I went to Ireland, I was there for a month back in, I think 2009, 2010. I should remember this. I stayed there and I did a study abroad program. It was amazing. It was fabulous. And I met one of the great storytellers there. Her name is Liz Weir. And she is famous over there for the storytelling, which is a big tradition over there. So one of the things I learned after I had returned, I started doing the YouTube channel, and I had sent her a message and asked her, I'm like, hey, you know, I want to do some more videos for my channel. I want to do something for St. Patrick's Day. What is it that you recommend? And she says to me, she said, I don't want to burst your bubble or anything, but on St. Patrick's Day, we don't eat corned beef and cabbage. We eat bacon and cabbage. And by bacon, she meant the Irish bacon, rashers. So that kind of burst my bubble because I grew up eating corned beef and cabbage as a traditional Irish St. Patrick's Day dish. And it was incorrect, and that's okay. We learn, we move on, and I am happy eating this as well. So it's a very flavorful, delicious deal, and it's healthy for you. It's got your cabbage and your carrots and whatnot, so give it a shot if you've never tried it before. I'm just putting this right into my sink because it's fast and easy. What are you doing for St. Patrick's Day? Are you doing anything fun? Are you doing anything safe? Are you making a bunch of green food? I can't get into that one. My eggs should not be green. Sorry, Dr. Seuss. Can't do it. No green eggs for me. I mean, I'd be all right with maybe a green mint cocktail of some sort. Don't count me out on that one, but I'm not making green food all over my table. It just seems unappetizing. But no judgment if you do. Trying to make these potatoes a little uniform size so that they cook around the same time. If all your chunks are different sizes, then it's not going to cook evenly. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and stir in the tomatoes, the turkey stock, and the potatoes and carrots. All right, I went ahead and added another 2 cups or a pint of broth because you want everything to be covered when it's cooking, and it wasn't, my pot's pretty big. So you can adjust that however you see fit. I need about 2 cups of finely shredded cabbage. So I am just going to cut it in half lengthwise and then just, it doesn't have to be super fine, but it should be little, because you're only going to cook it for about 2-3 minutes before you serve up. You also are going to add some salt and pepper, and if you like, you can toss in a bay leaf. I mean, make it your own. So this looks about right to me. I am going to leave out the really thick pieces because those aren't going to cook as well as the other. There's only a couple, so it's a snack. We want this to cook down until the potatoes and carrots are fork tender. Potatoes and carrots are fork tender, so now I'm just going to add in that cabbage, give it a stir, and then we're going to cook it for 2 to 3 minutes until the cabbage is a little tender, and then we're ready to serve. Doesn't this just look delicious? It smells so good. Are you ready for shenanigans? I'm ready for shenanigans. I love shenanigans and malarkey. Some of that too. All right, this is hot. I'm gonna try not to burn myself. This is so good. That is just full of flavor. Those rashers really lend to a very good complement to, like, the cabbage is always bland, right? So the tomatoes and the rashers really pick this dish up, makes it full of flavor. It's fabulous. And then the home cooked stocks help too. I put one that was the vegetable stock, the second one that I added, and in that vegetable stock there is parsnips, which have its own unique flavor. So this is just bursting with love and flavor. So good. Is there something you'd like to learn how to make? If there is, tell me what it is down below in the comments, or if you have a variation of this that you love, share it with us. Thanks for joining me here today in the Ginger's Kitchen, and have a delicious day full of shenanigans.
That's one boy puppy.